It's amazing how blind he can be, that when God wanted to offer him mercy, I love it. When God wants to give me grace and forgiveness, I love it. When God wants to be this compassionate God who's abounding in steadfast love for me, I love it. When I cry out for rescue in a fish or wherever else, I love when God rescues me. But don't you dare give it to anybody else. I'm stingy with that. Or these people, God, I know better than you on who you should give it to. I know better than your plan. I know you want to call me here. I know better than where you want to send me. I know better than the vision you want to give me. I know better how to do your ministry than you yourself. I know better. It's me, me, me. And here's the truth. He couldn't handle this. And this is the point where I read Jonah chapter 4, and it now has transitioned from being some story that we read about in the ancient text, and it now becomes more than ancient history, it now becomes a mirror. I remember preparing the sermon, I remember reading a quote, and I couldn't remember, I couldn't even find who this was attributed to, but it struck a chord right here at this section. I heard a quote that says, you know you've made God in your image when he hates all the same people that you hate. Well, that's a mic drop quote. I wish I could give credit to somebody. That's good. That's the quote that I listen to and I think, this text has now changed from being history to now, like James says, I have to hold this word up in front of myself. And I got to look at Brad. And this is a time before we get to Vision Sunday or before I even make it to tomorrow and be like, I got to ask some hard questions about my own heart, my own motivations. I know what God's called me to do. Am I willing to do that? Am I doing that? Am I willing to go where and to the people that God is calling me to go to and say what God wants me to say?